Of course we want that. We want that outside validation. We want that respect is really what it is, right? We know what we go through as actors. And I'm sure if you held an audition, you might treat it differently than someone else in this industry might hold an audition. Hi there, Jody Bentley here, actor and CEO of Actor Insider and the Actor's Office. And today I want to talk about something a little esoteric of how not to need outside validation. And yes, I'm quite aware that we're all actors. And we want outside validation. But how not to need it to feel seen and heard in this industry. And this came up this week with a girl in my mastermind group, and she had an audition and got to go in the room and did her audition, and it was a musical. And then the casting director just went, "Great, thank you," and she walked out of the room. And this incited some anger within her because she wanted to hold space for her truth. Her truth was, hey, come on, I just prepared all this material. I just came in the room. Give me something, right? Of course we want that. Of course we want someone to say something more than just, great, thank you. Of course we want that. We want that outside validation. We want that respect is really what it is, right? We know what we go through as actors. And I'm sure if you held an audition, you might treat it differently than someone else in this industry might hold an audition. But putting all of that aside, what came up for her was this anger that she couldn't let go of. And I know that that's happened to me before. Has it happened to you? Let me know in the comments below. But how do we not get to not need that outside validation? It's like, when you hold a door open for someone and they don't say thank you or acknowledge you in some way, or maybe you make dinner for your partner and you didn't get the response that you wanted. You wanted, oh, babe, this is amazing. And they went, that's good. Right? Or I don't know about you. Sometimes I'll ask my husband, how do I look? He goes, I'm fine. I'm like, don't you ever say fine. Right? It's like we have an expectation of something else. Or maybe you send a friend a surprise card or a gift and you don't hear anything, right? There's part of us that wants to hear something, that wants that recognition, that wants that outside validation. And that is hard when you're an actor. So how do we not need it? It's really about holding your own truth and allowing space for others to have their truth. It's about letting go of expectations in the moment. My client had an expectation that this casting director would be like, that was a really great job. Thank you so much for coming in. And maybe that wasn't their personality. Maybe they were just having a really shitty day. Maybe something happened that morning that you will never be privy to, and they were just trying to hold it together in that audition room. Or maybe they're just not really compassionate or empathic. Okay, any of those things can be true. And they're allowed to have their truth, and you're allowed to have your truth. Both can coexist, but it is that expectation and that need for validation. Right. I remember I was having a shitty day once and I held open a door for someone. I think it's CVS, or no, CVS is sliding doors. So it wouldn't have been CVS, wherever I was, whatever. I was holding a door open for someone. And they literally walked out the door on their phone, didn't look up, didn't acknowledge me at all. And I was, like I said, not having a great day that day. And I literally said, which is so out of character for me, "You're welcome." Like pretty snarky. And the person stopped and looked around and they went, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just got this, text message that I had to answer and I just wasn't paying attention. And I'm so sorry. Thank you." And then I felt like poop, right? I was like, oh, okay, great. Thanks. Because like here, and then I made someone feel bad, So how can we hold space? Like, I'm going to hold this door because that's what I do. I'm kind to people, right? I'm walking in, I can hold this door for someone and I don't need anything in return. I'm going to walk into this audition room or my self-tape audition and I'm going to give people the gift of my talent without expectation. I am going to cook dinner for my partner. And if they say anything about it, great. And if they don't, great. Right? I wanted to do that for them. How can we let go of that expectation in the moment and not needing that outside validation? So as you're going about your auditions or doing things even throughout your day, right? It's those little microaggressions and those little moments of like anger or wanting that stuff that can just keep us in this place of like frustration, anger, disappointment, all the time. And that's not a fun place to be. So I really just wanted this to start to get your mind going on how you can own your truth, your talent, your goodwill, your desire to give, and own that and have that be enough. Have that be all that you need. Now, I will say this, if you're dealing with your partner or a friend, obviously that's a different circumstance than, say, a casting director, a producer, or a director in the room, right? Obviously, if there's something you need from someone who's in your life, who is close to you, you are going to ask for that. You're going to have a conversation about that. But it's just a good place to practice this letting go of expectation. Like, how can you walk in that audition room, know you've done a really good freaking job, no matter what they say, do, or not say or do, and walk out and feel good about you and your talent and how you showed up? That's what we get to do as artists. That is confidence. You get to believe in your talent, your truth, your confidence, your place in this industry more than anybody else. So when someone goes, great, thank you, you don't go, oh God, I was horrible. Oh God, I'm terrible. Why is this industry like this? Why is no one compassionate? Why don't they see the hard work I've put into this? Why don't they care? And then we start to spiral down that path, which is not fun. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below about this. Like, how do you let go of needing outside validation? Has this come up for you before? Let me know what you're thinking. Let's have a conversation about this, because I think this is a really big piece of the puzzle of how we get to have joy in this career. How can you have joy despite what you may or may not get? All right, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye.